Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video, and this is a crypto banter inspired video. And I do like to scan through the tube and have a look at what other influencers are saying and what they're covering, just out of interest, right? I think it's really important that you know your sector and your place in it, I guess. And ultimately I stumbled across a video, which is this one here, which is basically these 7 altcoins can turn new crypto investors, I guess, into millionaires in 2022 by before May. So, just an interesting one. But basically, I guess the concept of the video is really to highlight 7 projects that newbies can easily go buy on the centralized exchanges. And I think that is a fantastic video. But there was one project in there that not that I disagree with, because I actually don't disagree with much of what was said. It was just the I guess implying that bridging is where most of the hacks happen, and I guess implying that one of these projects is perhaps safer than it actually is. So I thought I'd make my own video and sort of articulate this in a little bit more detail. Again, I think it was a fantastic video idea. I think a lot of the projects that Ran spoke about were amazing projects, and you're probably going to find some similarities in the ones that I've picked out. But I'm going to go down the same or very similar route. I'm going to pick out projects that I think are ultra safe, to a degree, as safe as it can be in this space. And it's just my opinion, not financial advice. And I will caveat that you have to go do your own research and make your own investment decisions. I'm not a financial advisor, but ultimately, each and every project in this space has its element of risk. And I think that risk is real for all sorts of different crypto projects, be that in the top 100, in the top 10, or outside of that. I don't think position by market cap really has any impact on whether your protocol can get hacked or not. So ultimately there's various different risks in this space, but I am going to pick some of the easiest projects to purchase. And if you're a newbie, these projects are probably the ones to go and do some research on. So let's get down to the desktop. Let's take a look at these. But before we do, don't forget to mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So, we'll come off this page here, but ultimately, no disrespect towards crypto banter, but when I guess you're talking about bridging and the fact that lots of hacks happen there, it's not the only way that projects get hacked. And calling out 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗡 or Rune, as the ticker is known as, I guess I perceived it, and it may not have meant to have come out this way, but how I perceived the video was that this was a safe place to invest. And I guess I wanted to just illustrate that actually this particular protocol was hacked twice in the space of 1 week back in July 2021, and the hack I think it suffered an $8 million hack. It's second in a week, right? And I guess we should probably round up what we're saying if we're talking to newbies, right? Because I came away from the crypto banter video with a feeling of this is a safe protocol, but actually one Google search proves that it's already been hacked at least twice. So and again, no disrespect towards 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗡 Rune token, but ultimately I think I wanted to kind of demonstrate that it doesn't really matter what project it is that you invest in. The risks are real no matter what the technology is. This is a new sector, and ultimately in this sector, anything can happen. There could be ways around code, gaps that haven't been found yet, because we're super early, and that's part of the risk that we should know about before getting into any sort of crypto investments, in my humble opinion. Like I say, I don't disagree with a lot of the picks that Crypto Banter have made. I just kind of felt compelled to raise this as a point. But ultimately, I'm pretty sure 4chain is going to do, really well. And the fact that it's had a few hacks probably means that they've secured any gaps. So ultimately, I guess from a probability standpoint, maybe they will be okay. Again, not bashing any project or anyone here. I just kind of wanted to raise my thoughts and give a bit more of a rounded view of the project. At least two sides to it anyway. So moving on, I'm going to highlight my first project that I think is probably one of the more safer investments in the space, in my opinion. Now, this will probably get the backup of many people, but ultimately, when you're calling out the likes of Solana, which is very centralized and has the risk that VCs could potentially drop their bags on you, I think it's probably a safer way to invest is to look for projects that are perhaps already more decentralized than say Solana, for example. And Cardano is very much that, with over 70% of tokens delegated. Obviously it's not locked up, there is no lockup on staked ADA, but a lot of it's off the exchange. We've seen Binance recently increase the percentage yield on 8-day staking to like over 50%. This is a clear sign that they're struggling to keep ADA on the exchange. For me, that means that there's potential for a squeeze on supply, particularly with DeFi projects starting to pop up on the ecosystem. I'm expecting a squeeze on supply, and I'm expecting lots of protocols to be popping up. This project, for me, as fantastic opportunity. But don't take my word for it, don't take any other influencer's word for it, go do your own research. This is just purely my opinion. But basically it's a smart contract platform. They've got an upgrade in June, which should support with scalability, and I think we're going to start to see more and more projects start to transition onto the Cardano ecosystem. Currently at 96 cents 71, up 3.44%. Currently ranked 9th by market cap. Again, I think this is an easy project to go purchase. You can go get it on Coinbase, for example, Binance, crypto.com, just to name a few. So really easy to get hold of. Staking opportunities as well, which I think is fantastic. So yeah, worth spending the time if you're new to the space, researching and learning about Cardano. I think it's not just a project that is going to do really well, but I think it's going to do a lot of good in the world also, which is a Brucey bonus. Moving on, and I am going to call out Avalanche. Now, this is something that I am completely aligned to with Crypto Banter. It's phenomenal technology, fantastic team. Again, I think this is a fantastic project, and I'm going to sort of caveat as it's more of a low risk but higher risk than Cardano in my opinion. But ultimately I do think this is a project to spend your time doing some research on. Again, I think it's going to be well worth the time spent. Currently at $80.53, up 2.64% at the time of recording, ranked 10th by market cap. And again, pretty easy to get hold of. Coinbase Exchange, Binance, KuCoin, Gate.io, FTX, plenty of places, centralized exchanges where you can purchase this one quite easily. So do let me know what your thoughts are on these two projects. And another one that I agree with, aligned with Crypto Banter, would be Terra Luna. Again, a project that we got into quite late. We can't be in all of them, and sometimes you miss the boat on some of these projects. This is one I kind of feel this way about, but I do think that it's a fantastic project. Again, great technology sat beneath it, and worth investing the time in. And currently ranked 8th by market cap at $96.35, up 6.39%. I do think that the latter two, so Avalanche and Terra Luna, have moved more than Cardano. So I think there's probably more upside potential in Cardano, in my humble opinion, because of the amount of gains that have already been seen on Avalanche, which we got into at about $12, and Terra Luna that's now at 96.35. But it has been higher, and I do expect it to do really, really well. What I would say is no FOMOing into any of these projects. You know, Nick and myself like to dollar cost average into the market and ladder out. But you know, we buy when the markets are down and there's lots of fear out in the market. That's kind of how we sort of play it. So make sure that you utilize in something like technical analysis to find the best buying opportunities in the space. Do jump in our Discord if that is of any interest to yourselves. And we have a membership section on Patreon. Links are in the description if you want to join. Okay, so moving on to, I think it's the fourth project now, and that would be 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗪 again. Rand did call this one out. Again, it's another project that we think is really good. It is much higher risk in our opinion, completely aligned with Crypto Banter on this one. Do think it's a solid project. Currently at $17.18, up 1.63%, ranked 16th by market cap. Again, think this is a good project to do some research on. Simple to get: Binance, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧, KuCoin, just to name a few places where you can look to purchase this one. Again, really like this project. Moving on, Chainlink. Now, lots of people talk about metaverse. I think oracles are going to play a big part in the metaverse. So Chainlink, probably the most integrated of all oracles out there. Again, I think it's going to do really well. This one is very volatile, so there's big swings in price. People will argue that it hasn't really performed very well. For me, I would argue that that performance is going to come. I think it's just going to take a little bit longer. But, you know, there's potential trade opportunities with Chainlink, more so than perhaps some of the other projects. So definitely worth spending the time to learn about oracles, learn about off-chain data services and so forth. I think this is a fantastic project, great tech, and I think it's going to do really well. Currently at $14.42. up 2.17% at the time of recording, ranked 23rd by market cap. Again, really easy to get hold of. Likes of Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin. So really do like this project. Worth spending the time to do some research. Moving on, and Harmony One, again, a fantastic project in my opinion. Higher risk, don't get me wrong. Been in this one since like 0.5%. Really like the fact that that they've got a lot of DAOs now, becoming more decentralized. And again, I think this is a project with fantastic tech, a fantastic team. I do expect a Coinbase listing sometime in the near future. So yeah, keep your eyes on this one. I think it's going to do really, really well. Again, fantastic staking opportunities. So we do have a pool for this one, so do check that out.
Today's video has been sponsored by Cheeky Crypto, and specifically the Harmony One staking pool. If you are looking to support the channel and do not know how, the best way you can go about doing this is actually to go ahead and delegate your One holdings into the Cheeky One staking pool. By doing so, not only are you supporting the channel, but you're also providing yourself with a nice passive income on your crypto holdings. You'll get some very juicy returns hovering around the 10% APY, and this is a fantastic way to make your crypto work hard for you the way that you worked hard for your crypto. Guys, if you are looking to support the channel, why not delegate today to the Cheeky One staking pool with the Harmony One protocol?
And do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on Harmony One. Currently at 13.05 cents, up 5.74% at the time of recording, ranked 64th by market cap. This one for me is probably one of the most undervalued in this list. And I still think that there's relative safety when it comes to this particular protocol, peer review technology, and really do like it. So do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on Harmony One. Easy to get hold of: Binance, Gate.io, KuCoin. So yeah, definitely a project to go take a look at. We are starting to see the total value locked increase. They've got lots of funding available. The DAOs, again, making it more decentralized. one argument that people have is that Binance have a big stake in Harmony. But for me, there's always an element of centralization with many of these projects. It's not something that I'm fond of, but ultimately I think over time, that will become less and less of a problem. So do check up on Harmony and let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. And then the final one I'm going to call out again, I think is a fantastic project with great underlying technology and a great team, would be Polka Dot. Again, hasn't performed as well as many would like, but I think that performance is just lagging behind slightly, and I do think that we will see it. So definitely worth checking up on Polka Dot. And currently this one is at $19.23, up 4.47%, ranked 12th by market cap. And again, pretty easy to get hold of: Binance, Gate.io, Kraken and Coinbase. So worth checking up and having a look at Polka Dot. Now there's probably going to be many people that call out other projects that we could have talked about. This for me was a video about trying to support newbies, trying to not say I disagree fully with people. I want to give a well-rounded picture of what can actually happen in this space, right? I honestly don't believe that there is a single project out there that is safe from the potential of a hack. The same gets said with these exchanges. I wouldn't keep my crypto on an exchange either. I would look to get my crypto onto a hardware wallet, for example, like Ledger. We have a link in the description of the video, so do check that out if that is of interest. There's many hacks when it comes to centralized exchanges. So just make sure that you're very careful out there. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I want people to that are new to crypto, that are going to get into the space, I want them to know about the risks. I want them to know that they can jump in our Discord and they can chat with us and they can learn more about crypto, because ultimately I think it's good for adoption that people get into crypto knowing the risks, but also knowing that there's good people out here that are willing to support the community. So for me, if you enjoyed this video, please share it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Tap that bell, select all the notifications so you're updated whenever we drop a video, and don't forget to mash up that like button. It really does help push out the content to like-minded individuals, and it's much appreciated. So with all that said, done and out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, not trying to cause problems with anybody in the space, just really wanted to kind of give a more rounded view on 4chain in particular, because of the way that I felt coming away from the crypto banter video. Kind of made me feel like it was a project to invest in because it was safe, because it doesn't utilize bridging. That means that it's safe from getting hacked, and clearly it isn't. And I think that goes, the same for every single project in this space, whether you're in the top 10 or whether you're in the top 10,000. I don't think it really makes any bit of a difference. Hackers are looking to exploit weak code, and ultimately that can be done in any protocol. I think it's super early and we should all be knowledgeable that this is a risk. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.